Hello everyone, welcome to Let's Crack UPSC CSE English in our crash course targeted for Prelims 2021. In today's session, we'll learn about continuation series of Panchayati Raj. Yes, where we are studying the features of the Amendment Act, and also we have covered in earlier sessions various committees on Panchayati Raj. It's my pleasure to welcome you all on Unacademy, India's largest learning platform, where you will get unlimited access for live and recorded classes. Those aspirants are pursuing their graduation. They can opt for iconic subscription. Yes, in this iconic subscription, you will get all the features of Plus course along with additional features like personal guidance, expert guidelines, study planner, study material, and test analysis. It's me, Rushikesh Inamdar, guiding UPSC aspirants from last 8 years. You can follow me on Unacademy and you can join our Telegram group using this link. Yes friends, we are providing paid subscription, that is Plus and iconic subscription on Unacademy platform, where you can use referral code RBI Live to get 10% discount. Also, we are providing combo subscription for general studies and optional subject. You can opt for 1 year, 2 year and 3 year subscription. Here also you will get 10% discount after using referral code RBI Live. Yes, these are the new batches started for UPSC CSE. We have 1 year, 2 year and NCRT batches. And friends, Unacademy is providing loan facility. Those aspirants are facing financial constraint to continue their preparation. So we'll provide you a link in the description for that. So those aspirants are looking for loan for UPSC subscription. Unacademy is helping them to achieve their goal. Yes, we are providing free test series for all aspirants. Just you have to unlock the tests using code RBI Live, where we will cover general studies and current affairs part. Yes, do not forget to enroll yourself for Unacademy Combat. We are conducting combat on every Sunday morning 11 AM. And now you can unlock this combat using code RBI Live. Yes, it's absolutely free. So we'll start. Panchayati Raj. Yes. In the fourth series, we'll continue. So the term Panchayati Raj in India, which signifies the system of rural local self-government. So this system constitutionalized through 73rd Constitutional Amendment Act of 1992. Now we are studying the features of this act, where we have sorry. Yes, we have covered few features like Gram Sabha, duration, and all those features. Now we'll continue with the State Election Commission. Yes, so the superintendent's direction and control of the preparation of electoral rolls and the conduct of elections to the panchayat shall be vested in the State Election Commission. Yes, which consists of a state election commissioner, to be appointed by governor. Yes. And this state election commissioner performing duties to conduct elections to the panchayat in the states. In the state. Yes. He shall not be removed from the office except in the manner and on the ground prescribed for the removal of judge of the state high court. So a judge of high court can be removed from his office by the president on the recommendation of the parliament. This means that a state election commissioner cannot be removed by the governor. Same like the state election commissioner is also removed from his office by the president and appointed by governor. Yes, his conditions of service shall not be varied to his disadvantage after his appointment, and the state legislature may make provision with respect to all matters relating to elections to the panchayats. Now we'll see the powers and functions mentioned in this act. The state legislature may endow the panchayats with such a powers and authority as may be necessary to enable them to function as institutions of self-government. Such a scheme may be contain provisions for devolution of powers and responsibilities upon panchayats at the appropriate level with respect to the preparation of plans for economic development and social justice, the implementation of schemes for economic development and social justice as may be entrusted to them, including those in relation to the 29 matters listed in the 11th schedule. Yes, if we are talking about finances, the state legislature may authorize a panchayat to levy, collect and appropriate taxes, various duties, tolls and fees. The state legislature may assign to panchayat taxes, duties, tolls and fees levied and collected by the state government, provide for making grants in aid to panchayats from the consolidated fund of the state, and provide for constitution of funds for crediting all monies of the panchayats. Then we'll see the Finance Commission. So the governor of a state shall after every 5 years constitute a Finance Commission to review the financial positions of the panchayats. It shall make the following recommendations to the governor. Yes, the principles that should govern the distribution between the state and the panchayats of the net proceeds of the taxes, duties, tolls and fees levied by the state, and allocation of shares among the panchayat at all levels, the determination of taxes, duties, tolls and fees that may be assigned to the panchayats, the grants in aid to the panchayats from the consolidated fund of the state, Yes. So the provision of Finance Commission. So the grants in aid to the panchayats from the consolidated fund of the state. Yes, the measures needed to improve the financial positions of the panchayats and any other matter referred to it by the governor in the interest of sound finance of the panchayats. Yes, the state legislature may provide for the composition of the commission, the required qualifications of its members, and the manner of their selection. The governor shall place the recommendations of the commission along with the action taken report before the state legislature. The Central Finance Commission shall also suggest the measures needed to augment the consolidated fund of a state to supplement the resources of the panchayats in the states on the basis of recommendations made by Finance Commission to the state. Yes, Finance Commission of the state. So these are the provisions of the Finance Commission mentioned in the given act. Then audit of accounts. Yes, the state legislature may make provisions with respect to the maintenance of accounts by the panchayats and the auditing of such accounts. Yes, there should be accountability in the expenditures of the panchayat accounts. These are the features of 73rd Constitutional Amendment Act, audit of accounts, then application to union territories. So the provisions of this part are applicable to the union territories, but the president may direct that they would apply to a union territory subject to such exceptions and modifications as he may specify. Then exempted states and areas. Yes, the feature of 73rd Constitution Amendment Act, which exempted states and areas. The Act does not apply to the states of Nagaland, Meghalaya, and Mizoram, and certain other areas. Yes, this 73rd Constitution Amendment Act does not apply to the states of Nagaland, Meghalaya, and Mizoram, and certain other areas, which include the scheduled areas and the tribal areas in the state. So till 2019, 10 states of India have scheduled areas. These are Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, Jharkhand, Chhattisgarh, Gujarat, Himachal Pradesh, Madhya Pradesh, Maharashtra, Odisha, Rajasthan, and presently till 2019 there are a total 10 tribal areas. Yes, like autonomous district in the 4 states of Assam. Yes, so there are total of 10 tribal areas in the 4 states. Like Assam, there are 3 autonomous districts. In Meghalaya, 3 autonomous districts. In Tripura, 1 autonomous district, and Mizoram, 3 autonomous districts. So, the exempted state and areas, the hill areas of Manipur, for which district council exists, then Darjeeling district of West Bengal, for which Darjeeling Gorkha Hill Council exists. So, however, the Parliament may extend the provisions of this part to the scheduled areas and tribal areas, subject to such exceptions and modifications as it may specify. And under this provision, the Parliament has enacted the provisions of panchayats, that is extension to the Scheduled Areas Act 1996, which popularly known as the PESA Act or the Extension Act, provision of the Panchayats to the Scheduled Areas Act. Yes. Then next feature is continuance of existing laws and panchayats. So all the state laws relating to panchayats shall continue to be in force until the expiry of 1 year from the commencement of this act. So in other words, the states have to adopt the new Panchayati Raj system based on this act within the maximum period of 1 year from the 24th April 1993, and which was the date of commencement of this act. So however, all the panchayat existing immediately before the commencement of act shall continue till the expiry of their term unless dissolved by the state legislature sooner, which means after the enactment of 73rd Constitution Amendment Act on 24th April 1993, the states can adopt new Panchayati Raj system within the maximum period of 1 year, and the consequently majority of states passed the Panchayati Raj Acts in 1993 and 1994 to adopt the new system in accordance with the 73rd Constitutional Amendment Act of 1992. Then next feature of the act is bar to interference by courts in electoral matters. So the act bars the interference by courts in the electoral matters of panchayats. It declares that the validity of any law relating to the delimitation of constituencies or the allotment of seats to such constituencies cannot be questioned in any court. It further lays down that no election to any panchayat is to be questioned except by an election petition presented to such authority and in such a manner as provided by the state legislature. So the bar to interference by courts in electoral matters is the feature of 73rd Constitutional Amendment Act. Now after that we'll see 11th schedule. So 11th schedule contains the following 29 functional items placed within the purview of panchayats. Yes, these are the agriculture including agriculture extension, land improvement, implementation of land reforms, land consolidation and soil conservation, minor irrigation, water management and watershed development. Yes, the important part like water management, watershed development and minor irrigation, animal husbandry, dairying and poultry, fisheries, social forestry and farm forestry, then minor forest produce is also under the 11th schedule. Then small scale industries including food processing industries, khadi village and cottage industries, rural housing, drinking water. Yes, most of the villages are also facing issue for the drinking water. Then fuel and fodder, roads, culverts, bridges, ferries, waterways, and other mean of communication, rural electrification including distribution of electricity, non-conventional energy sources, poverty alleviation program, education including primary and secondary schools, technical training and vocational education. Yes, one of the important part, so where we can generate skilled workforce in the era of industrialization. So technical training and vocational education is also important. Then adult and non-formal education which will improve the literacy rate. Then libraries. So the facility of libraries for all citizens or all people in the village which will get equal opportunity to learn or get knowledge. Then cultural activities, markets and fairs, health and sanitization including hospitals, primary health centers and dispensaries, family welfare, women and child development, social welfare including welfare of the handicapped and mentally retarded, welfare of the weaker sections, and in particular of scheduled castes and scheduled tribes, public distribution system, PDS, and 29th is maintenance of community assets. So these are the part of 11th schedule. Yes. So these 29 functional items placed within the purview of panchayats under the 11th schedule. So which are the aspects and the factors of related with the socio-economic development of villages? Yes. Now after that we will see compulsory and voluntary provisions. Now we will identify separately the compulsory and voluntary provisions of the 73rd Constitutional Amendment Act and Part 9 of the Constitution. So the compulsory provisions will cover like organization of Gram Sabha in village or group of villages. Yes, this is the compulsory provision. Then establishment of panchayats at the village, intermediate and district levels, direct elections to all seats in panchayats at the village, intermediate and district levels, then indirect elections to the post of chairperson of panchayats at the intermediate and district levels, voting rights of the chairperson and other members of panchayat elected directly or indirectly, then 21 years to be the minimum age for contesting elections to panchayats. Yes, then reservation of seats, both members and chairperson for scheduled castes, scheduled tribes in panchayats at all the three levels, like at village level, block level and district level. Then reservation of 1/3 seats, both members and chairperson for women in panchayats at all the three levels, village, block and district. And then fixing tenure of 5 years for panchayat at all levels and holding fresh elections within 6 months in the event of supersession of any panchayat. Yes, so this compulsory provision is talked about the fixing tenure of 5 years for Gram Panchayat, Panchayat Samiti and Zila Parishad. Yes, and also holding fresh elections within 6 months in the event of supersession of any panchayat. Then, next provision, establishment of a state election commission for conducting elections to the panchayats. Then, constitution of a state finance commission after every 5 years to review the financial position of the panchayats. So these are the compulsory provisions. So in compulsory provisions, the organization of Gram Sabha in village or a group of villages. So as we know, the participation of all people of villages are important in the panchayat level. So Gram Sabha will fulfill this objective to the participation of all villages into the Gram Sabha. Then establishment of panchayat at the village, intermediate and district level like Gram Panchayat, Panchayat Samiti and Zila Parishad. Direct election to all seats in panchayats at the 3 levels like Gram Panchayat, Panchayat Samiti and Zila Parishad. Then indirect elections to the post of chairperson of panchayat at the intermediate and district level, that is at Panchayat Samiti and Zila Parishad. After that, voting rights of the chairperson and other members of panchayat elected directly or indirectly. The minimum age for contesting election to panchayat is fixed at 21 years. Yes, minimum age criteria for the contesting elections to the panchayat is 21 years. Then reservation of seats for SCs, STs and women at all the 3 levels, Gram Panchayat, Panchayat Samiti and Zila Parishad. So it will help to include marginalized section into the mainstream of development. Then fixing tenure of 5 years for panchayats, establishing state election commission and constituting a state finance commission after every 5 years to review the financial position of the panchayats. So friends, so it's all about the remaining features of 73rd Constitution Amendment Act, where we have covered State Election Commission, powers and functions, finances, Finance Commission, audit of accounts, application to union territories, exempted states and areas, continuance of existing laws and panchayats, bar to interference by courts in electoral matters. Then we have covered, after the features, we have covered 11th Schedule, where the 29 functional items within the purview of the panchayats. And after that, we have covered compulsory provisions, under the 73rd Constitutional Amendment Act 1992. So that's it for this session. We will continue remaining part in the next session. So friends, do not forget to attend various sessions conducted on YouTube through Unacademy channels. So please like, share and subscribe Unacademy videos. And those aspirants are planning to appear for prelims this year, they do not forget to join free test series by Unacademy. So friends, that's it for today's session. Take care. Thank you.